1-2 punch. Jesse, how do you slow that guy down?
I mean, you just got to pick your matchup poison, honestly. You can put a safety against him and try to take advantage of the speed, but he's not going to be big enough to match up.
Snags it and he's open. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. They came out humming on this drive, and now it's first down from the 36. Johnson looking to throw. Quickly complete. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
Crosses the 45, out of bounds at the 47-yard line, and a solid play there.
The offense making a statement early in this game. They're going to open the entire playbook, and they're going to show this defense so many different looks and try to keep them on their heels. I love that play call. You can see the defense wasn't sure what was going on.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Wants to fire on second down. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. QB got it himself. He'll be forced out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, and they'll mark him down at the 28. The Wildcats will snap it on 1st and 10. Running inside, it's Jackson. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. Got 8 on 1st down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. They'll keep it on the ground. Might have a chance. Got enough space. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats.
Now, coaches always talk about starting fast and taking that opening drive and really setting the tone for the football game, and that is exactly what they did, and they finish it with a good brand of physicality, running the football, ending the drive, and getting off to the 6-0 start.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the Missouri Tigers offense will now get its first chance with the football. And this running game might have a huge advantage when they get to the second level of this defense, David.
Well, and this is a big challenge. Like, you're overmatched. You understand that this guy's a top-shelf player, and I'll be honest, this defense has kind of struggled a little bit this season, but this individual matchup, you got to get him on the ground. You got to find a way to corral him, slow him down. He can't be the game wrecker. If that's the case, it's going to be too easy for this offense.
And if you're on offense, you got to be thinking, let's dominate in the trenches and let's get our star running back into the second level against this linebacker. We've got an athletic advantage at that position. So if we can free him up into the second level of this defense, make him make guys miss, those are going to be explosive plays for the offense.
Lined up in the gun, here's Simmons. He's taking the shot. Goes high to pull it in. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37.
Well, it's the first third down of the game. You can't execute it any better than that. Really nice job in protection. Good job by the QB finding the open man. Nice route, and it's an explosive play early for this offense.
Powers through the defender.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
The give to the back. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. The Tigers are moving quickly down the field. Here's a give to Hardy. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Moving quickly, trying to rattle the D.
And it really doesn't matter who plays quarterback in this offense because Ahmad Hardy is option 1.
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
And protecting their quarterback is job number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, as many as you want to put it up. They got to make sure they take care of him so he can make those plays. Defense wins this rep. They win up front, get to the quarterback, and get the sack.
They get to him as he throws. Got him downfield. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9. Missouri wants to go fast. Simmons on play action. He wants it all. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
And the defender makes a great read, breaks on the football, and makes the big interception in the back end. And here's the thing, that's number 4 this season, so he's finding the football consistently.
This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. Johnson wants to throw it. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
And that's a really good job by this defense. A complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Oakley. He'll get a fresh set of downs, stopped at the 31-yard line.
I like this tight end. He does a really nice job on his route running. He's been beating man coverage. He can find the soft spots and zones. You got to get him involved.
To the air on 1st down. And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete.
And that's where quarterbacks, they got to be very assertive. They got to believe what they see and really pull the trigger. But the longer they wait and they get off rhythm or off timing, a lot of times it ends up in incomplete passes.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
Guys, it's Kansas State who carries the lead into the quarter break as we get a look at the numbers so far. They've swapped into the field, and we're ready to go in the second. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. They'll give him 4 on the pickup at 2nd and 6. After the 4-yard completion on 1st down, now it's 2nd and 6. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Jackson. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They'll snap it from the 48 on 3rd and short. Johnson looking to throw. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd.
Great job by the defense there. They weren't surprised by that play call there on 3rd and short. They were expecting pass. They took everything away and forced the incompletion.
On 4th down, trying to find his man. Snagged out of the air. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the 1st down and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. The Wildcats, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Looking to throw on 1st down. That's reeled in. It's Jackson. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. And the Wildcats come to the line with a new set of downs. Off play action on first down. Finds his man. He'll be pulled down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line as they play a little pitch, catch, and run.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Wants to throw it. Pressure coming. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
You love that decision if you're the head coach. You're trying to throw it in the end zone. Nothing's there. Good job by the quarterback, tucking it and running and just getting what he can get.
Zings it complete to the right. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats. Can these guys just score from anywhere out there? After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and go get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
Coming out with it, it's Lee. Tigers send out the offense to go to work. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they've built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
And he's brought down after a nice gain on the play. Give him 7 on that one. And now we've reached the 2-minute timeout. They'll need to convert this third down from their own 22 to get this drive jump-started. Lined up in the gun, here's Simmons. Rushes on him. A strike downfield. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line.
Well, this team found themselves in a hole really quickly. Good things need to start happening, and they got to happen now. There's a big play that the offense desperately needed. A big pitch and catch. That's going to give them some confidence. That hopefully shifts the momentum their way a little bit. But they've got to cap this off now with a touchdown cut into their opponent's lead.
That big play has this defense reeling, and now they'll snap it 1st and 10 from the 14. Here's Simmons to throw. Fires to the wideout. Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
And with that incompletion, man, this crowd, I don't know that they are really happy about what's going on. I mean, they already built a deficit, and they don't have a lot to cheer about. They got to get some kind of rhythm, something going on this offense to ignite this fan base.
He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Now facing a 3rd and long. They'll try to run it in with Hardy. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. They'll send out the kicker here. And this one shouldn't be too taxing, a 23-yard try. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. Had to settle for the field goal. He'll bring it out. It's Williams. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. Final seconds of the first half. Let's see if they can pull off a little magic. Trying play action. Firing to the right, complete. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Johnson wants to throw it. He's got his man. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. We played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, it is my pleasure to welcome everyone into the Week 7 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We begin with the Texas A&M Aggies taking on the Utah State Aggies. Back to your game at Memorial Stadium. This tight end is enjoying quite the day through 2 quarters. It's amazing how athletic tight ends are now and just how much they're utilized. He's played a starring role in giving them this halftime lead. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Memorial Stadium.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. Kansas State will kick off as we get things started here in the 3rd quarter. Bringing it out. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. Here come the Missouri Tigers. The offense ready to go to work. Down 2 possessions to start this 3rd quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one, put your best plays together, start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
The defender crossed the line a little bit too early. It's a free 5 yards for the offense. Defense really hurt itself with that penalty. Now it's 2nd and 5. They'll send the tight end in motion. They'll give it to Hardy. Makes it past the marker. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Missouri gets to the line quickly.
Well, you got to be able to turn the page quickly on defense. Just gave up a first down on the ground, but here comes tempo. You've got to get lined up.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he was off to the races, finally tripped up at the 36.
Man, you got to love when your offenses start to get to this point and they see coverages. They understand cover 2. Cornerback wants to sit in the flats. Safety in the middle of the field. Where's the hole? How can I exploit it? Nice job, receiver, running straight down the sidelines, and the timing of the ball right between the corner and the safety. That's really good execution by this offense.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. The run inside. It's Harris. Stuffed on back-to-back plays. He got nothing, and now they're looking at 3rd and long. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Unloads to the wideout. Wide open downfield. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14. From the red zone, it's Hardy. Headed to the end zone. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Now a two-point conversion attempt coming up. Again, it's Hardy. He gets it in for the 2, and now a field goal would tie it. So a drive there of 84 yards, and they finished it off with a 14-yard run for the score. On the run from inside his own 5. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he stopped right there. Wildcats come out and set and ready to go. So after watching their defense immediately give up a touchdown drive here in the third quarter, they'll try to answer here. Makes the grab. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
Wow, the quarterback knew he had to get that one to his receiver quickly on the in route. Did you see the velocity on that throw?
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Moving out to the right. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be 3rd down.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throwaway.
Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. They'll leave the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the first. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet.
You know, you're seeing in college football now how the tight end position is evolving. The athletes playing the position now are just so much better than they used to be. And this guy on that diving catch, he just showed you that.
And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. Touch pass went nowhere. Stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
Really nice job by the cornerback. Hey, a lot of cornerbacks want to cut. They want to drop back. They're not really about that life. They don't want to be the tackling kind of guy. They're like, leave that to the linebackers. That dude committed, came up, made a nice tackle.
3rd and short from the 22. Is the field goal unit getting ready, or is this already 4-down territory? Off the RPO, quick throw to the right. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense. Coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown. But you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Johnson looking to throw. Finds his big tight end. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. The modest gain on the completion really shows why you want to run the zone, make them execute, and rally to the ball.
100%. Zone eyes on the quarterback. I see him throw the football, break on it, go make tackles, live to fight another down.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. just drives it between the uprights. They double their lead up to 6 here in the third quarter. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Motion from the wide receiver. Throwing Simmons. Finds the tight end. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards. And the Tigers come to the line in the hurry-up.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come over, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
Quickly out to the tight end. And they make the tackle, not before he gets the first down. Now let's see if they rush to the line or let the time run out here in the third. Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscles. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. Simmons on the play fake. Here's a heat. Trying to buy time. Thought he saw some daylight, but this defense closed quickly. Maybe picked up one on the play. So now it's second and long.
Well, this defense is not going to be patient with this quarterback. They know that they have to affect him, and they have to dictate to him. So that time, they send the blitz. They're not even giving him an opportunity to sit back there and peruse the field. They flush him out. They're able to rally to him, get him down to the ground. I like the aggressive nature of the defense here.
Just a short pass to the tight end. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business. Mizzou coming out with a fresh set of downs. Coming out on first down with the play fake. He's got an open man. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. From the 17-yard line, threatening to score on 1st and 10. From the gun, give to Hardy. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Simmons makes the grab on the left. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. He'll try to get to the marker himself. Lowers those pads down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it, 1st and goal. I'm sure they hope they don't have to exhaust all 4 downs, but it probably is 4-down territory as they look to take the lead with a touchdown. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Scanning the field is Simmons. Going for 6. Touchdown, Tigers! Quick strike through the air for the score. Setting up for the extra point that would put them on top.
What a fantastic route that time. If you're going to be able to throw the ball down in this area of the field where the windows close so quickly, you've got to be precise with the route running, and that's what happened right there. That's an easy connection between the QB and his target for the score.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. So they just gave up the lead on that last touchdown drive. Now to put something together to go back on top late. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
Nice coverage on the back end. Great job. Nothing open right away. The QB holds the ball in the pocket, and the pass rush finally gets home. Sometimes it's the DBs doing great work. Sometimes it's the defensive lineman winning up front.
And the Wildcats trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Under fire. And they got it.
That's two really good plays in a row by this defense. Nice job, man, getting tackles for losses, getting sacks. It makes it easy to play defense. You know what else does? Forcing a 3rd and long where you know they got to throw the football like they got right here.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. He'll pull it down. Tackle is made at the 25-yard line, and that'll bring up a 4th down. It's a one-score game late, and they've got to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Picked off. What a play to set him up. They get him on the ground after the turnover, but there is a flag on the field, and we'll see if that will be a reprieve for this offense. That is a tough one to take. They had the interception, but it's taken away by the pass interference penalty. Man, oh man, those types of penalties just drive defensive coordinators. Turning it on! Picks up the 1st down. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice block.
Makes the grab in their space. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down.
And that is perfect job by this defense. Like, you can give up those little small gains all the way down the field. The clock is your friend. You don't want to give up big plays. Don't want to give up those 1st downs and just make that clock run.
The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their 1st. And they're really frustrated having to use that after giving up the 1st down. From the 33, it's 1st and 10. Right back to the well. 9-yard pickup on the play. It's now 2nd and 1. Timeout on the field. Missouri calls it 2nd. And now what will they come up with on this 2nd down play? The big pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and 1. Running inside. It's Jackson. That ought to be enough to give Kansas State the 1st down. Mizzou will use its 3rd and final timeout. And that got under their skin a little bit, having to use the TO after giving up the 1st down. Snap's going to come from the 23 on 1st and 10. They get him corralled, but he carries it all the way down to the 7-yard line.
I love the play call by the offense here running the ball. The score is what it is right now. You don't have to panic. You don't have to throw it every single down. You don't have to go up tempo. Just run.
He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Wildcats. And they've moved out front here in the 4th. The Wildcats are right back on top.
What a great job by this offense. And listen, I judge offenses by what they do in the clutch, in those big moments and right before the half, in the 4th quarter, late in the game, just like right here. You need a score. You got to go take the lead. They do everything they can. Now, defense, you're up. I need you to get me a stop.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Mizzou has it back on the offense coming out on the field. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Here's Simmons to throw. Fires to the big fella. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a 1st down at the 38. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set.
Obviously, that was important. Got to get the 1st down. Now we got to get some chunk plays, get this ball across the 50 and get in scoring position.
It's picked off, and that's number 10. Might as well finish with a little flair. The defense comes up with a turnover, and they can take a knee if they choose from here on out.
And how about the defense coming up with a big play late in this football game? Offense trying to put something together. But, man, they anticipated pass. They played with great vision in the back end, broke on the foot.
And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waning moments. That could be a costly play. That offense having to deal with the last thing you want on first down, giving up a sack as they come up to the line on second down. Fires to the middle. Got his man downfield. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. Kansas stay quick to the line. They're going to test that run defense to the right here. There he goes. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
And that's exactly what I want from my offense. Like, listen, they're out of timeouts. I want this clock to tick. Now, we have seen some college coaches across college football continue to run the football and
looking for the end zone. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be third down.
Wow, the quarterback can't believe it. I mean, that was a perfect throw into the end zone. He gave his guy every opportunity to finish the play, and he drops it. And as a result, no touchdown.
Johnson wants to throw it. Here's the pressure. And he reels it in for a touchdown, and that just might seal it. So you think they shouldn't run up the score like this? I remember an old story of one coach telling the other one, I only coach one team, man. It's your job to stop me.
Yep, I like that approach. That should be your philosophy, but that doesn't mean you don't remember that. You have a turn later on, a lot of times, when your team's better, to do the same thing, to return the favor, and make him forget that.
Winning can become a habit. Now they've won back-to-back games and probably building a little confidence.
And you want it to be a habit. That's what you talk about as a coach week after week. Let's build. Let's create momentum and continue to build on it. And then you look up at the end of the season, you never know where you could be, what dreams you could bring to reality.
At the end of the day, I think good teams find ways to win games. And over these last two games, it hasn't always been easy. They've had to overcome some adversity, but at the end of the day, they were able to step up, make the plays necessary, and do that. Very, very impressive.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and